All right, no introduction this week, no highlight reel, special announcement. You asked for it and we're going to do it. We're going to do a live show and it's happening on the 10th of February 2025 at the Keys Theatre at the Lowry in Salford. It's a big venue, it's scary, but if it goes well, we might be able to run this thing out across the UK. Adam would normally do the ad read, but this got sprung upon us by Live Nation because the tickets have now gone on sale. It's going to be called An Evening with Beard. So if you want to be there, we've got a ticket link in the description below. I'm terrified, so I'm just looking for like reassurance. We've got Jenny here for this week's podcast. I've got George. So that's happening. Also, the annual Christmas extravaganza is coming up and we may need some extras for it. So all I'm asking is, if you don't follow the Instagram of the Breaking Beard pod, please do that, or follow my Instagram for some updates on that. Because if you're local to the area, we may need some people to be involved. So just keep your eyes peeled. Follow Breaking Beard pod or follow my Instagram and you'll get the updates there. On with the show.
Adam has flown off to Vegas, living his best life in the penthouse of the Bellagio.
Never.
Yep.
What?
He said to me the other day, did he tell you he got a will done?
Yes.
He's ringing me up in front of a solicitor and he's like, all right, slag, what's your address? I'm just doing my will. And I'm like, did you just say that in front of a solicitor? I won't care. I would just happily get dirty, down and dirty, and just shove that cream all over me. So you can't be like, open it up thinking it's going to be some chocolate and it's a vibrating cock ring. Me and Adam had a serious conversation the other day about me starting an OnlyFans. Hi, I'm Jen.
And I'm Josh.
And this is the Breaking Beard podcast. Whilst Adam has flown off to Vegas, living his best life.
To work
in the penthouse of the Bellagio.
Never.
Yep.
What?
Did you
he
not
told
know
me they were
that?
like off the strip in like a motel.
Did you not know that?
No.
The penthouse of the Bellagio Hotel.
Oh, maybe you might have to beat that out, because people will know where he is. Like, he's going to be there as this, fuck him, yeah, that's
Shit,
it.
yeah. Oh, God, I've ruined it already. Did you legit not know?
No? That's fair play to him, eh? Bentley in a Bellagio hotel, let's go. Let's destroy the brand of Beard Food.
He sent me a video of the suite the other day, and there's the room service section, and they leave little goodies on top of your fridge and that, little nuts and stuff.
I have not stayed in the penthouse, but I'll
picture it Pretty Woman, there's a little tray full of different snacks. You've got your nuts, you've got your beers. Also, male vibrating cock ring. Next to the nuts and the snacks.
What, next to your Skittles? And...
Yeah. I'll show you a video. It's called a male love ring or something, and a female something or other. I thought it was just a strange place to put it, next to your snacks.
That is an odd place to put it.
What if you've got the kids? They go over and oh, Daddy, what's this? You can't be open it up thinking it's going to be some chocolate and it's a vibrating cock ring.
I wonder if he's going to bring it back for your Christmas present, George.
Do you know, because it's magnetic weighted as well, so that's how they charge it. It's I can't pick it up because they might charge me for it.
Oh, text him and find out what the price of the cock ring is.
Shall I?
Yeah, it'd be good to know what they George, you Google what the average price of a cock ring is, and then we can find out if it's a too overinflated of a price. Welcome back to this week's podcast. Jen's here filling in for Adam. This is pretty exciting, actually. It's better to have you in. You bring a better energy.
Some positivity. Yeah. Tickety-boo.
Although it was very positive last week, somewhat. Did you listen to last week's podcast?
You know what? I haven't had a chance yet.
Good.
Why?
No,
Did you say something bad about me on there? Why are you looking sheepish, Josh?
No, it's only because it's a good job you didn't watch last week's for other reasons. But because you filled in for him, I've got you a present.
Have you actually?
Yeah. So what?
Are you joking?
No, honestly, so what I bought you is a bottle of Glenmorangie whiskey. It's a 10-year-old single malt. I don't even know if that's true. Is that right?
Is this legit?
Yes, that's your. There you go.
Is that for me?
That's you. That's for you. Yeah.
Did somebody present this to Adam last week?
No, absolutely not.
Is this?
I said to Adam, because Jen's coming in, I'm going to buy her a bunch of flowers, and he's like, nah, she's an alcoholic, mate. Get her some beer.
Legit.
So so have a bottle of Glenmorangie that I definitely. Is it a bourbon?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice. I thought it was like a straight whiskey.
I think so. I mean, it'll hit the spot.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
It's actually a bit later than usual. And I definitely bought that for you. That definitely was.
Was that re-gifted? Did somebody get you this as a housewarming?
No.
And you know what I thought you were going to give me then? Do you know what? When you picked it up and I saw the colour without the label, I thought you'd managed to get some Grand's Piss bottles. I honestly did. And I was like, I'm the first receiver of some Grand's Piss.
We actually tried to do the Grand's Piss thing. Yeah, I found a supplier that we could have got the Grand's Piss from, but it turns out you'd have probably rather drank your Grand's Piss.
Why?
Well, Adam only likes the mead of that Bullet for My Valentine.
It's proper fussy, isn't it?
Yeah, so like the one that we got just didn't hit the spot. So
did you get it to try?
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I'm not having it.
I tried it. I was like, it's a bit rough that. And then he tried it. It's like, we can't be attempting to sell this.
Can we get production lines ready for the live show though, so people can buy some there?
Oh, good idea.
Onto a money spinner, that
to be fair, it's that close as that live show that we need to sort of pull together. I think I'll just worry about trying to write the show.
Yeah.
But it's exciting. An evening with Beard Meets Food.
Am I allowed to come?
Yes. Are you going to get as drunk as you did last time?
Do you want me to?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to be there. I'm well excited.
Josh, should we do the YouTube comments and then we'll get into it?
Yeah, let's go.
It's time for a YouTube comment from you.
First comment from Dan. Well done, Josh. Sinking to new depths in podcast depravity.
What did you say?
What with? I think a few people got a bit upset.
It varies week to week, but
I think a few people got upset last week because I asked if he'd smashed any bridesmaids at a wedding.
Who? George?
Yeah.
Did you?
no.
Oh, you paused too. Look at me!
Oh, did you?
No.
You left me hanging last week.
I didn't.
But yeah, so I can only assume that's what that is in reference to. So yeah, sorry.
Next comment from Suzanne Harris. OMG, Josh's previews of the movie was like a really bad headache. Everyone knows it was Kung Fu Panda. Why?
So I've not seen this week's, but I did see your movie review of Predator, which was top notch.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
It's porn in that film, isn't it?
I agree. I don't think I've managed to sit through it from start to finish. I don't know if I've
It's so bad.
I don't know if I've told Adam that. He might now divorce me as his sister.
We can't talk about it anymore because people got really upset. I think a lot of people do agree with me, but obviously I think it's jumping on Adam's bandwagon. It is a shit film.
Yeah, I agree.
Kung Fu Panda's better.
Agree.
We had a second comment from Suzanne Harris. Adam, I hope you do another music video this year for Christmas. I love the one you and Jenna did with the cheesecake. That's my favourite.
Well, are we keeping it under wraps?
No, I think we've already
officially out there now.
Yeah, I think we've already said that it's happening.
It's happening.
Yeah, so which is terrifying because that's only a few weeks away to film it.
I mean,
were it cheesecake last year? What were last year's?
Mince pie. I think everybody's just tried to forget about that experience for many reasons. But yes, we're coming back. Not bigger and better. On a lower budget.
Though. This is the thing, like we'll still make it look really good, but we're not doing CGI old beard or all like that. So it's
it'll be a good crack. We always have good fun.
It's going to be
filming.
good. I've not listened to the track yet. Do you rate it?
It's good. I just don't think we'll ever be able to top cheesecake. You know.
Yeah.
I think I think that was the. But to be fair, I don't know if this is like a. Like a special announcement, but it is an OG. It's not a. It's not a copy. Are we allowed to say that? It's an original.
Said it now.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I'm not giving anything else away, but it's an original track. I don't feature enough, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
so it's probably not going to be that good.
Next comment from Zoo Renard. This title explains why we never went back to the moon.
Oh yeah, the dolphin wanking experiment. Did you see it?
So because I've not seen the pod, I have no idea what that's all about. I saw that it was a title and I was a bit like, where have they gone this week?
So believe it or not, the title has meant that it's 10 of 10 on YouTube and not many people have watched it. So,
well, that was Adam's idea for the title.
Adam wanted that title. Long story short, a lady decided to wank off a dolphin for a couple of years in her own pool and then the dolphin killed itself.
How did it kill itself?
I don't know. We never found out, did we?
Did it jump out of the pool?
Didn't it just like deprive itself of like air or something like that? I don't know how it works.
It suffocated itself.
Yeah,
we don't know how it died, but
Jesus
it's
Christ.
a NASA-funded dolphin wanking experiment.
So to what end?
You're going to have to go back and listen to it because people will be sat there just going, we can't go over this again. For 3 weeks we spoke about wanking off a dolphin.
I mean, to what end? I don't understand it, but okay.
Next comment from Robson42. Tuned in to see the NASA-funded dolphin winking experiment. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
It sounds like a great listen.
That's a top tier comment, that.
And last comment from Stephen Grabo. Remember when you called this breaking bread? Yeah, that was dumb. And someone commented, breaking bread with your fellow man is a well-known turn of phrase, and Adam has a food-based channel. Do explain how you arrived at your poor conclusion. So he replied, clearly my conclusion was fantastic as the people who run this channel changed it. They agree with me. Why do you think you're above them?
Ooh.
I like when people get in at petty little arguments in the comments.
Yeah, we've got a good audience now where people are like, it's really interactive. But yeah, obviously, Breaking Bread was a good name, I think.
Yeah.
But it does make sense as Adam's star shines brighter to lean into it a little bit.
Also, because of recent events, he is like breaking more and more by the hour, isn't he? So you are breaking beard. He's breaking himself.
Yeah, he is living up to the.
Yeah.
But if you want to see it in person, like you said before, we are somehow going to do a live show again. People have asked. I mean, it's been 2 years, and we just look back at the footage from last time and the stills and all of the behind the scenes, and it were good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Looking back, it was very fun. So we're going to go again. Managed to convince Adam to go again. And I said to him, I think I said it on the podcast, I'm like, you will look back at this and you'll thank me.
Yeah.
Because like, it's so impressive that he's done 10 years. At that point, it'll be 10 years of the channel, 4.5 million subscribers, over 1 billion views. And to go and meet the people and like just reminisce of that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to package it as an evening with Beard because he likes to talk about himself. So like, let's look back at the career.
10 years of me.
Yeah, and let you talk about yourself, mate. So I think that's.
Was that what sold it for him? I'm talking about myself for a whole. How long is it on for?
I imagine it'd be
2
about
hours?
an hour and a half. I would imagine. How long was last time? Do you remember?
It wasn't 2 hours.
No, about an hour and a half. Probably about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But we've got some good stuff planned so far. We're going to speak to an actual live show producer to try and get a few more right. Because I think we figured out the ideas last time. We had like a live eating challenge. We had like interactive games.
Yeah.
A couple of special guests. We need to get you on it. You need to come on. You need to come on.
He might not let me.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Beard.
I could arrange that. Imagine. Can you imagine his face?
It fucking just bounces out. 500 people just like, I paid 20 quid to come and see this, and now he's fucking left.
There could be some really interesting special guests we could invite on this year, to be fair. See if we can actually break him live in front of an audience.
Even if you don't actually do it, you should like announce as if you're about to come out. And just
I've already started writing jokes and stuff, and I'm like, I've ran one past him before, and he's like, then inside, I'm like, all right, it's fair.
That'd be pretty well.
But yeah, I'm excited. So the 10th of February at the Keys Theatre at the Lowry in Salford, which looks like a really nice venue.
Is it actually in the Lowry Hotel?
No, it's not a hotel. It's like a. Have you got the picture? Can you overlay some pictures so people can see it?
I'll overlay some, yeah.
Right, yeah. So this is the venue. Look at that.
No, that looks well class.
It's legit. It's got like I think it's 450 seats.
How many did you do last time?
200, 150, 200. So we figured like we'll bump it up a little bit because I mean at the time we probably only had about 10,000 subscribers on the podcast when we did the last one. So we're at like 60,000 now. You know, we've done 1 million streams on Spotify. We've got a good listener base. So let's just see if people turn up.
Is there going to be like a little, last time when we had like drinks afterwards and stuff and photo opportunities and things, are you going to do something like that?
I don't know. We need to go see the venue and see what's possible. The tickets are just for the actual show. And then if we can do anything like that afterwards, we'll obviously try and best accommodate it. But if not, we'll go out in Manchester for a few beers.
Perfect.
So what have you been up to then? How's life been treating? You've got a new haircut. It looks really nice.
Thank you.
Even George got dressed up today to come in to he must have known you were obviously knew you were coming. He came in looking.
Is this what you're going to say?
He came in looking fresh as fuck. He looked like a little pop star.
Did
like
he?
Brian McFadden, from Westlife.
George, is that because you knew I were coming on?
Of course it was, Jen, of course.
Hair's looking fresh.
Yeah, you are looking really fresh. You've got, what did I say? You've got a sick fade going on there.
Sick fade.
Smells good. Like you.
You're looking good, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How's the dating life going?
No reason.
Yeah, good. Just, yeah.
Yeah. Have we got one consistent? Have we got multiple casuals? What's the?
This is well funny.
You're on next week, aren't you?
Am I? Don't know.
You're doing 2 weeks on the bounce.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah, I just need to arrange it around my Botox appointment.
We'll talk about it next week.
Oh, that's a bit mysterious.
Might have some updates next week, but not this week.
Whoa.
Why? Why is this?
Big George slinging dick.
Is there a big decision
No.
hanging on this week?
No, I'm just meeting someone this week. And I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Oh.
So we'll see.
Oh, he looks excited.
Oh, excited. How's your dating life treating you?
Tickety boo, man. I have been a sensible girl for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Landed myself in what the youngsters would call a little friends with benefits situation.
All right, yeah.
Since August.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty
It's going well.
Yes, yeah.
See, Adam explained this friends with benefit as more like just you're not admitting it's a relationship. That's just what I've heard.
So
He's met Adam.
He has met Adam.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one because Adam's very traditionalist, right, when it comes to relationships. Like he's either you're together or you're not. Like that's it, right?
Okay.
What's
he doing in Vegas? No comment. It's very traditional.
Yeah. It's black or white, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's a little bit more complicated than that. I think you just don't want to put too much pressure on yourself, do you? And I think when you've got kids, you've got to be really sensible, take things slow, nice and steady. So just, nice and casual.
Have they got kids?
He's not got a kid.
All right, okay.
No, he's a bit younger as well.
Is it? Yeah. How old?
He's 30.
And how old are you?
36. I'm a cougar.
Yeah. I've got the cougar bob going on now, that's it.
So yeah, it's been a nice couple of months.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, just not putting any
Has it
pressure
helped
on.
having just like a bit of a steadier side to the dating life with the turbulence of house drama?
At times I feel like it's made it a bit more stressful because I just feel like, that when life just feels like everything's just a bit chaotic.
Yeah.
Like you've got the uncertainty of, are we in this friends with benefits situation? Is it a relationship? Is it not? Are we on? Are we off? What are we doing? And then the house. I don't even know if Adam's kept you abreast of the house fiasco. But yeah, there's a lot of turbulence.
What's happening with the house then? So what's the situation? What's the latest?
So the latest is, they pulled out, didn't they?
Yeah.
Again for a second time, left me kind of in this situation where I've got no other option. So I was looking for just purely chain-free alternatives. It's this time of year, no one's putting it up for sale, are they?
Yeah.
So I can't find anything. So I've got a kind of financial arrangement with my ex. He's supporting me with the rent until March, but from then I'm kind of on my own.
Right.
And I'm currently, because of all the situation, me renting from the people that bought ours, I'm in a 5-bed house and the bills on that, council tax alone.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of a pressured situation. So there's new build options, but they're not going to be ready till June.
Right.
That could slip as well. There's no certainty there. But the flaky ones where you were like, we need out on that because this is the second time.
Yeah.
They've just come back this very weekend and said they've had an offer accepted on a chain-free house. So they still want me to go with that.
God.
So now I've got those two options and I do not know what to do. Because if it's the new builds, I have to reserve a plot on the 6th of December.
Okay.
And I don't know what to do. So if anybody can help me.
What's your gut feeling saying? These flaky motherfuckers, I'd tell them to piss off. But if your heart's set on that house, then you kind of, you just got to suck it up.
It's not necessarily that my heart is set on that one. I'm just a bit like, can I picture myself in this rented house for potentially until October next year because the new build things slip. You know what new builds are like, keeping on schedule and stuff like that. It's all of it.
I thought they'd be more. I thought a new build would be more accurate as far as timings.
It's well, it's a really small development and a small builder, so I just don't know. I don't know.
I don't know why I just said that because I moved into a new build and it went on for 6 months longer than it should have done.
Are you settled in now though, mate?
Yeah, all set, all settled, all good. Yeah.
I need to come and have a little nosy. Adam said it's nice, man.
Yeah, you're welcome to come round, meet the baby.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a nightmare though over the weekend, didn't you?
Oh mate, did you see my Instagram?
Oh, with the pain, yeah. Oh.
So fuck it. I mean, did I speak about paneling last week? This is the update on the paneling. It didn't go very well. So So we got one.
Panelling's supposed to be pretty dead easy.
Yeah, it's not. All these like TikTok mums are lying to you because it's a fucking nightmare. Because there's somewhere, this is going to sound well sexist. There's a husband in the background going fucking mental. That's me. So I got a colour, a paint, which was like a dark green paint to complement the stuff that we'd got, the decorations and whatnot. And she was like, "No, it's too dark." So I'm like, fair enough. So we then got another colour. She tested that. Now it's too light. It's like fucking Goldilocks and the Three Bears, isn't it? And so we got another one, and she's like, "That's the one." It's like a lime green. And then when I picked it up, I was like, "I don't like the colour of that, but I'm not getting involved. You said that's good." So I buy 2.5 litres of this stuff, take it home. She paints it, does one coat, paints another coat, put all the furniture back, get into bed at night time. She's like, "It's fucking awful."
Oh no.
Yeah, so she's like, "It's fucking awful." I'm like, I didn't want to say it, but yeah, it's pretty minging, isn't it? So she was fuming because she'd spent all day painting it, doing 2 coats.
Oh no.
So I thought, well, let's go back to the original one that I got, the darker colour, because that would actually, she was like, "This is too light, it's too lime, let's go to the dark one." I said, "Well, why don't you just put whatever's left of the tester, let's put that on." So she did, it looked all right. And she went, "Right, well, let's go get some." That was it. No, she got half painted. She's like, "Yeah, I think this is going to be good." So she's like, "Let Tilly come over to like help her paint the panelling." I'm like, "Let's put a dust," because at this point she went rogue. It's like Sunday morning. She says, "Didn't put the dust sheet down."
Oh no.
I'm like, "Look, if Tilly's going to get involved, let's put the dust sheet down."
Yeah.
So she puts the dust sheet down, but Danielle still managed to drop this pot of paint, missed the dust sheet straight onto the carpet. So the dark, I'll try. I've got some pictures, overlay them. Dark green paint in the brand new carpet. So I'm like, not ideal. So I'm like, I'm out. I went and got some more paint.
I have to say though, thank God it was her and not you, because I feel like at that point, because she'd have been so fed up with the whole saga of the painting, repainting, I feel like it might have just tipped her over edge.
Yeah, I want that asked. I would just like, bed'll cover it. I'm like, fuck it, just leave it, bed'll cover it.
And you got reinforcements in to clean the carpet?
Yeah, Danielle's mum came round. Luckily, she'd left her car at our house because she'd gone into Leeds. When she came back, I was leaving. And she's like, "How's it?" She went, "Have you been asleep?" I went, "No." "Are you sure?" I went, "Pretty positive." Go upstairs and have a look and just see why nobody's been asleep this Sunday afternoon. So she went up, rolled up her sleeve. She's like, "I can get this out." So as I were out, they actually managed to clear up the paint.
Sorted it.
Yeah, but
How'd you get it out?
I don't know, mate. Magic. That's what mother-in-laws do, innit? Like, she was like the hero.
They just know these things.
Yeah. So we don't have a stained car. I was literally like, just put the bed over the top of it. It doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah.
No one's ever going to see it. But that was my drama llama this weekend.
I could have done with your mother-in-law when I pooed down steps, couldn't I? I could have done with that. I couldn't get that out.
I'll give you a number.
Just in case I have any future incidents, can she come and start my
Honestly, it's just a shock every time you tell me you're single. I just can't.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Sorry to interrupt this episode. I just want to take a quick moment to tell you about our Patreon. As you know, we don't take on any old sponsorships around here. In fact, we've only done 2 in the last 2 years. That's why we need Patreon. That's where you guys come in. Each week, we do a Patreon-only episode. Fancy going to watch Kung Fu Panda 4? Yeah.
No, I'd just call you for that, dickhead.
I'm not shagging you. Anyway, George, as well as behind-the-scenes content from all our trips abroad, all the antics, and all the stuff that we frankly can't post on YouTube. There's a great community being built, and the money generated helps keep this sinking ship afloat. If not, George is going to have to go back to selling his ass for money. You get early access to every episode, and there's a Patreon-only episode with every podcast. Not only that, there's almost a year's worth of behind-the-scenes content for you to catch up on, and you can see all the antics that goes on whilst we're abroad. And you can ask us questions on our Patreon-only Q&As. All this for less than the price of a pint. Thanks as always for the support. Now back to the episode. What have you been doing this weekend?
What have I been doing this weekend? Me and Noah, this sounds so bad as a parent, we got into bed at 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
And we didn't move. And we ate pizza in bed. and we had snacks in bed.
Just watch film.
And we just watched films, and we just stayed there because I put some cosy teddy bear bedding on, and he's like, "Oh, Mum, this feels really good." So we just got in bed. He's like, "Can we order pizza and just eat it here?" I was like, "You are my son." Like, really, like my idea of actual heaven. Then we got up and we made pancakes, and we had a nice little festive weekend, and then
nice.
might have spent a little bit of time with the FWB at some points over the weekend.
FWB.
Friends with benefits.
Oh, sorry. Right. Did you know that, man?
Yeah.
I don't know any of these acronyms me that I'm well confused and I'm like, what?
You could actually get involved in this conversation. Look at his face.
I thought you meant get involved with you and your friends with benefits. I'm good. Nope.
You're not into that kind of thing.
Nope.
Because you have dated before, haven't you? But you're always like strictly, we're single, like I'm not in a relationship, but you've consistently dated one person over a period of time. So what's your take on it? Can friends with benefits ever work out?
No, not in the long run. Like, you can sort of like have a bit of a friends with benefits for a bit, and then either someone likes the other one more than the other or something like that tends to happen, and then it has to end. Or someone meets someone else and then that has to end.
It's true that sounds sensible.
I know.
You end up going your separate ways, and you might end up later coming back together and doing the same again, but...
So basically the moral of the story is it's a stupid idea.
Unless you're both kidding yourselves and you actually have feelings for each other, and then it can, but then it's not going to be friends with benefits anymore, is it?
We'll have to see how it all pans out.
What's your gut feeling? Why are you not putting a ring on it? What's happening?
Fuck that. I am never, ever getting married. Ever again. Definitely
God,
not.
you and Adam are cut from the same cloth, aren't
Yeah,
you?
it's just fucking stupid, man. Don't get married, guys. I don't know. I'm just fucking damaged, aren't I, man?
Nah, that's just like self-talk,
Just
man.
panic and damage, and it'd be fine if it were just me to worry about, but whoever I eventually settle down with, it's got to be like a good influence on Noah's life and stuff. It's just very complicated.
I think you're making it more complicated.
Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Matey Boy's already met Noah, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he's met Adam. Has he met your mum?
Yeah. How do you know all this?
Well, I'm putting two and two together here. Like, it doesn't sound that complicated. It's just the layman that I am.
Yeah,
it
but
sounds
we're like, we're just mates. That's what we say.
Surely Noah's going, mates? The fucking...
Yeah, well, I don't kiss him in front of
Who
Noah.
the fuck is that? Who's that guy? He's got to be old enough to know, like, hold on a minute. Something's amiss here.
No, it's just like, they're just mates.
I dread to think if Noah ever gets hold of these podcasts when he's older.
Oh my God, I do think about
We're going to
that.
have to unlist your podcast, you know.
I was thinking, me and Adam had a serious conversation the other day about me starting an OnlyFans with my feet.
Right.
Because, did you see that the woman was on this morning and she was earning like 10 grand a month from selling a sweat?
No?
And Lily Allen, who's an established singer, earns more from selling pictures of her feet than she does now from her record streams and stuff.
Whoa.
So I'm just a bit like...
What was the conclusion then of the... Are you going to do
He
it?
said you should do it, but just be respectful. Like, just don't get your flaps out. Is it normal to have conversations like this with your sibling? I don't think it is it?
You two are weird, though.
Yeah, we are.
I think that's a fact. Like, I would definitely sell... If I could sell pictures of my feet and not have to, like, worry about money, I'd be... Let's go, man.
I think, like, ethically and morally, I'm a little bit like, what would my dad say? He'd be so disappointed in me. But then Adam were like, well, no, because if you're not getting your flaps out and it's only your feet, it don't really matter, does it?
Would you do it anonymously or under your
Right,
name?
you'd have to leverage the...
I'd have to leverage the audience, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, how does that impact my actual career? Because I'm, meant to be professional, aren't I?
Yeah, but you just need to get to the point where it surpasses your salary. You know, like that's the... And then you're out, aren't you? You're free.
And I can just go
Yeah, you're
run
free.
off into the sunset.
Free of the shackles of... And let's be honest, like, Adam's got a quid or two, so if it all goes to shit, I think he'll look after you, you know?
To be fair, I said to him over there, like, Adam, you need to just rescue me. He said he would give me a job if it made me happy. But then I thought, would it actually make me happy working for Adam?
No, speaking from experience. Because all you'd hear is, I'm paying you. And it's like,
oh my God.
No shit. It's like a fucking charity. It's like, we're making you we've made you the best performing video on your channel ever. Of course it's
and
not free.
He holds it over your head.
Yeah.
I'm still paying off the Audi, by the way.
What do you mean?
Like, he makes me do jobs.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it's like, ring this estate agent. And I'm like, all right, man, but I'm working today, so I'll do it at lunchtime. It's like, you're still paying off the Audi, remember?
Oh, that's the worst,
You're still
man.
paying off the Audi, man.
Yeah.
You're still paying it off. And I'm like, you are literally going to hold that over my head forevermore.
Yeah.
And we've not even got to Disneyland yet, have we?
Just give it back to him. Just be like, I can't be arsed for this, mate. I would. Every time he threatens me, I goes, I don't give a fuck, mate. I remember you before you were rich and famous.
Take it back.
Yeah, just say it to him. I don't care. Like, we're on shoots, like, we're at middle of Germany. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, mate. I'll leave now. I've got your footage. I'll just go. I'll book my own flight.
You are being serious, though. You could happily just walk away.
Oh, I'd be like,
I need a car, man.
I'll go back. It's all right. We'll film some forklift trucks. I don't give a fuck. Bless it. Yeah, so tell us about Disney then. I was like...
Oh, he's such a little legend. Yeah, so we're going Disney. Easter next year, he's paying for us to go business class.
Yeah, I've heard.
So like Noah's like, I'm going to have my own bed on an aeroplane.
That
this
is
is
so sick.
exciting. And I mean, for him, like I would never in my lifetime be able to give Noah that experience, right? So I keep telling him, like, I can't tell you how grateful I am that you are giving me this opportunity to share that time and experience with him. Because me and Adam as kids, like, we didn't have the money to go. We've never been to Disneyland, Florida. We've never done anything like that. So it's always something that I really aspired to be able to do with Noah. And yeah, I knew that by myself I wouldn't be able to do it. But not only is it like, oh, you're going to Disneyland, he's gone big licks. Like, he's bought us all the park tickets. We've got a really nice hotel. We're going business class. Like, honestly, I'm like so excited.
I wish Adam were like more... I wish he could like appreciate it. Do you know?
Yeah.
He always he never seems to appreciate what he can do. You know, like when he does that, you'd think he'd get a bit. He must get like a little bubble of I feel good, and then go. I'm not sure of this.
Like the Grinch's heart just temporarily pumps, and then he's like. I think he's just very modest. He won't like accept kind of. Not compliments, but like the gratitude. He feels like it's his responsibility to do that for me and for Noah. And I'm like, it's not though.
No.
I'm not your responsibility. You're doing something that's like amazing and I'd never get the chance to do it.
Yeah.
And for Noah, being able to do that,
it is amazing. That's the dream. That he's worked so hard, obviously for 10 years, to be able to put himself in this position and then to be able to share it with you guys.
Yeah.
Who else would he share it with? Do you know what I mean? He's got to.
And he said to me the other day, did he tell you he's got a will done?
Yes.
And he was like, if he dies, I inherit all of his funds. But I was like, just to be clear, I would much rather have my brother in my life than a pot of money.
He said to me, did he say it on the podcast? He's like, right, because I put him in touch with a guy to do the will, because he's the guy that did mine. Matty, the mortgage guy with the wonky eye. And, it's because he's got one eye. Anyway, he took a few knocks on the head playing rugby back in the day. But he said, it was like, you get the car. And I'm like, oh, thanks, mate. I don't really ever want to cash it in, but I appreciate like the sentiment around that.
Yeah.
You know, like we never want to cash that thing in. But
yeah, he said that you're getting the car, so he's like giving me the instructions of what needs to happen thereafter. But he were getting it made, and obviously I was just like, I didn't know it were a mate of yours. But he's ringing me up in front of a solicitor and he's like, all right, slag, what's your address? I'm just doing my will. And I'm like, did you just say that in front of a solicitor? He's like, yeah. I was like, you just called me a slag in front of a solicitor? He's like, yeah, but it's all right, don't matter. What's your address anyway? I was like, oh my God, this person must think, what the fuck is this place? So yeah.
That's exciting then. You don't ever want to cash it in though. That's That's it.
Definitely.
We need him around.
I
think we're going to be able to turn a corner one day. I believe that we're not going to have a broken beard. We're going to have a happy beard. That's what I want.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see him be happy. I want to see him. I think he can find somebody as well that makes him happy, so he can believe again. It is like it's like Scrooge, isn't it? Like.
He actually is.
We need to make him believe again.
Just counting all his money and just not.
Tuppence.
Like not sharing any joy or getting.
I'm hoping 2025 is the one. I reckon another good year of making videos. We've also got some special stuff for his channel. Take him on a live show. Maybe do a couple more live shows. We'll see. Gets to go to America with you guys.
Yeah, he's going to just dip in and out of that experience.
Yeah, I think
he can't spend 2 weeks with me.
He needs a new spot though as well. He needs a new gaff, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So I think that'll help him settle a little bit. I think he's a little bit unsure about that, and he needs to find a place to live.
He does, and I felt really bad because I was listening to the podcast where he put that offer in on one, and we thought it had been accepted, and he was dead happy and dead positive, and you could see, and then literally, I was listening to that knowing that it had fallen through.
Yeah, I called it at the time. I said, "Listen, mate," I said, like, nothing's done until it's done. I don't think you're, because he'd already started moving in. He's like, "Yeah, my gym's going to go over here," and I'm like, "Hold on a minute, mate." At this point, I'd not even seen it at this point, you know.
Gutted.
In fact, I put it in the chat yesterday. So on Ellen Matters or whatever, there's a picture. Do you see it? There's a picture. Let me find it for you. Have you put the link in the show notes, George, or is it just in the?
You put it in the chat, in the production chat.
So look at this, Ellen Banter. If you guys know who Beard Meats Food is, then I can tell you that he has viewed a house in Elland and he could be moving here soon.
What the fuck?
How fucking nuts is that?
That's mental. Is that on like what?
That's like a public page. So it's got like nearly 200 likes and there's like loads of comments.
Oh my God.
No way, I love his content. Watch him all the time. I'd love to see another a Yorkshire legend move to Elland. That's terrifying, that, isn't it?
You can understand why he wants to be like somewhere quite isolated, can't you, really? But that is really scary. So who's leaked that information?
I don't know.
Where's that come from?
Somebody's commented, like, their husband. I wonder if it's that one on our street. There's like so many comments.
Oh my God. So, but that can only be the estate agent or the people that own it.
Yeah.
Because who else would know?
Poor guy. Because you just want privacy. He just wants privacy.
Yeah, he does. Did he respond? What did Adam say about it?
He hadn't seen it. He hadn't seen it in chat yet. But I was just like, as if, man.
That's mental.
You go to a little town wherever and you're the talk of the town.
God, can you imagine? He'd hate that. Like going for a little walk and everyone coming over and just...
That's why he's like a hermit now on his treadmill, isn't it? In garage.
He literally doesn't go out, does he?
No, he is feral, that kid, man.
His highlight of the week is he told you he keeps going somewhere for a weekly coffee, like a daily coffee.
Yeah.
So that's his new little thing, like his new little routine. I wonder why he keeps going to this same coffee shop.
We'll never know. Danielle's been watching a show, I don't know if you've seen it, called Married at First Sight UK.
Yeah.
Which I believe has about 4,000 episodes. I'm pretty sure she's been watching it for about 2 years now. I'm sick of seeing it. And it seems to be the same cast of people as well.
Yeah.
So I thought, this would be perfect for you, like, can we sign you up for Married at First Sight UK? Have you seen it?
I've seen snippets of it, yeah.
It's a wild show,
Well, she's been watching for how long? 2 years?
Mate,
that's just the UK one.
I think it's been a month or two. When I looked the other day, it said like season 9, episode like 46 or something. I'm like, how are they dragging this shit out for this long?
Yeah.
Because they put like daily episodes on, like so daily apart from one day a week. So there's tons to
Is
get
it
through.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I thought we were...
Yeah, daily episodes of like over an hour. So it's a lot to get through. It's a serious commitment. If you guys do the application, I'll see if I get through. I mean, if we don't legally get married.
How does it work? Do you know?
So you go and you do a fake marriage.
Right.
And then you do the experiment with them where you like spend time and you do like intimacy week and meet the family week and stuff like that. And then ultimately at the end, you've got to decide if you want to stay together or not.
Right.
But...
Don't you mingle with like other people's wives and husbands and stuff though?
Yeah, so I've not kept up with it. I've always watched all the other seasons, but I think this is the first season they've done like a little bit of a wife swap experiment.
Right.
And you get to decide whether you stick or twist, which is for me just a bit wild, innit? There's a Love is Blind one as well where you just talk to each other
I've
through
seen
the
that
screen.
on Netflix.
Because there's a guy on the last one of that. He was really, really handsome and I thought actually maybe it's worth a shot. Imagine talking to me through a pod. You'd be like, fucking rough as arse is that one.
You've got Hercules on one side. Lift the screen, they're like, oh, fuck. You can see it in his eyes.
You were just complimenting my bob. It won't be that bad.
So they do Intimacy Week.
Intimacy
so
Week.
It's literally like...
Yeah, to see if you
get
can...
jiggy with it.
Yeah. And then some couples really struggle with that because obviously by that point, you've only known each other a couple of weeks and if you don't really fancy
You'd be gagging at that point, wouldn't you? You'd be like, you'd barely get through the screen time.
Josh! I'm blushing now. Yeah, but then like some of them struggle. So the experts then come up with like a kit of toys, like a bag of toys and stuff and like, ooh, play with this.
What, like
Yeah.
Dildos.
Sex toys. So there was one on the series last year where they gave her a love egg. She sat.
What's a love egg?
Like you pop it up. Your bits,
your
front hole.
Okay.
Just to be clear.
Front hole. Your front bottom.
just to be clear.
Yeah.
But then the guy controls the settings. So she sat round a dinner table of all the couples whilst he's like putting the vibrations up and down.
Like a love egg thing.
Yeah.
What's that?
And then she's trying to concentrate and talk, and then all of a sudden.
And they
she's
filmed
like,
all this?
Woo! Yeah. Woo!
What a rough show, man. There's some ruffles on that show, man. Like some couples, I'm like, Jesus.
So you think that So you think it's rough, but you want me to sign up?
No, you're perfect for it. I saw it. I'm like, let's cast it. Cast Jed in this. 100%.
Seen one clip where the groom's like stood waiting for the bride to come down the aisle, and then you'd think, obviously, you turn around, she's in a white dress, but the bridesmaid walks down and goes, "Oh my God, you're absolutely stunning." To bridesmaid, and she just walks past her and says nothing.
That bridesmaid.
And an ogre comes crawling down the aisle with a veil on.
The bridesmaid and that one as well is the sister of the actual bride. So it says to the bridesmaid and the sister how beautiful she is. And then she actually turns up and he doesn't even compliment her, the actual bride. And I'm like, oh God, that's painful.
That is TV gold, to be fair, though. Like, the producers must be sat there going, this is perfect.
Yeah.
This fucking idiot. We got him.
Yeah. No, I can't sign up. Too sophisticated for that kind of shit.
Don't lie to us. What other weeks, what other parts of the experiment are there? Like, how did it work?
So they do like different themes. So it's like communication. How to communicate with your partner, intimacy, meet the family. I can't remember some of the other ones.
Do a podcast. They should do that in communication. Do a podcast together.
There are all those like panels of experts about the like relationship coaches, and then
they've got to be chatting shit them though.
Yeah.
So I've seen them like giving advice, and like you think, I bet they're all single.
Probably are, you know. Because I think if you know that much about relationships, you probably would really struggle with one yourself. Because you'd be over-analysing shit when you're out time. And then basically they come to the sofa every week and they decide if they're staying in the experiment and they want to keep going or if they're going to leave. But if one writes leave and one writes stay, they have to stay for at least an extra week. So can you imagine how horrible that is?
Like, they have to live together as well?
Yeah.
Jeez. And it goes on every week? When's it end? Do they actually get married?
I don't think they actually get married at the end of it. So there's not ever an official marriage.
Right.
But they do it as if it is a marriage, like all dress and everything like that. But it's on for like a couple of months, I think. I've
seen the Love is Blind one where they get all the families in and then they'll be like, and do you take this this is right at the end, innit?
Yeah.
And then one of them goes, nah, you're all right, mate. And you're like, you've dragged all the families had to come?
There.
Yeah.
I think you must know.
Yeah, they've got to
have a conversation about it, surely.
Like, listen up.
Yeah,
they all must be in on it.
Of course, because you can't imagine like leading someone there and legitimately thinking they're going to say, yeah, you can't do that to someone.
I wonder if they've paid all of the families to come as well. Because imagine you got to take all that time off. All these people to fill it.
Actually.
Logistically, it's got to, like, we're trying to pull back the curtain here, behind the fourth wall of a Netflix show. But there's no way that all these people are turning up.
Well, I think these shows are pretty contrived. All like the drama that goes on is like they pull them to one side and they're like, okay, say this, say this.
Yeah.
And they said that before of like Big Brother or like what's the other one?
First Dates.
And
Love Island.
Love Island.
There's a lot of it on Love Island.
I went on a date once with a girl who'd been on First Dates, and she went on. She basically, I said, "Well, we're gonna have to watch this episode now."
Why have you never told us before?
Can we find it?
I'm telling you now.
Can we find it? Who is she?
Can find it off the podcast. Though. If I don't know, she'll.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so she said, "Oh yeah, the date is like not just you sat opposite each other, like to sort of like take you away from the table." And they go, "All right, ask him about his dad, and his relationship with his dad, and da da da." So they sit down, they get talking again. And he goes, "Oh, so what's your relationship like with your dad?" "Oh, my dad died when I was young," and they contrive them conversations.
I suppose you'd have to though, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine being sat across from Adam. He just looks like staring at you.
Adam would be good for first dates. We could get him on there.
He would not.
They did one First Dates where it was a brother and sister on separate dates, sat on tables next to each other.
Just like chatting to each other after.
Yeah, like, how's yours going? Yeah,
Let's set that up. Can you imagine? Me and Adam, we'd be like, You know,
Adam's love on the spectrum, though, isn't he?
he's so. That show's brilliant, by the way.
Yeah,
Did you
man.
watch it?
I've seen bits of it, yeah.
It's proper quality. I'm crying all the time because I'm just like, it makes me.
But when you see
feel
them come
really
together, it's proper nice.
Yeah, it is proper
That's
sweet.
like real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
legit, isn't it? Like, and you can see that the people that are producing it and things are trying to support them to genuinely make connections and relationships. So it's authentic. Whereas these ones, it's all just drama in it.
Drama.
So yeah, no, I'm not going to sign up. Unless it would be quite funny if you did an application though, and if I did get through to like a first stage of interviews, that'd be pretty funny.
George, that's your job this afternoon, lad. She's back here next week.
I'll just sign you up for naked attraction and stuff. Not tell you. Just have you go in thinking you're going to get married and you're just like...
Yeah, Adam's last request when I went to Vegas, don't put your flaps on the internet. Next thing, Jen's
Put it on telly. Didn't say nothing about that.
Do you think this is weird? Talking about nakedness. Went to a restaurant the other day to pick up a takeaway, ordered some food. And the main guy that owns it, like I was with my friends with benefits, he was wearing shorts because we were just getting a takeaway. And the main guy that owns it came over and he's like, oh, what's the rest of your trousers, mate? Like in Italian. He's like, oh, we're just, getting a takeaway. We're not, and I was like, don't worry, we're not sitting in. He's like, it don't matter to me. He's like, you could come naked if you wanted. He's like, especially you. And he's like, look me up and down. I'm like, can you say that in 2024 to
I
a
don't
woman?
think so. I'm pretty sure that's like sexual harassment.
I know. I was like...
How old was he?
It was about 70.
Just get away with it.
Yeah.
It's like that granddad.
Like your
He didn't give a fuck, yeah.
I was like, oh, I've pulled.
Yeah.
Why does it always have to be the
You're like that.
70-year-old?
Friends with benefits. See you later,
Like,
dude.
this guy owns an Italian restaurant, I
Free margaritas for life.
mean. Yes.
Should we do? Have we got any games, or should we do one at games?
Yeah. We've got the big fact hunt.
Let's go, man.
Let's go.
Okay, what's the first question? You got multiple choice this week.
Ladies first.
Okay. Jen,
Yes.
what is Bruno Mars' real name? Is it?
Mars Bruno.
Is it Armando Christian Perez, Peter Jean Hernandez, or Carlos Diego Lopez?
I'm going to go C, Carlos Diego Lopez.
Is that your final answer?
Isn't
Yeah.
that a footy player?
Carlos
it?
Diego Lopez.
Diego Lopez is that not a footy player?
It was Peter Jean Hernandez.
That of all the names.
Peter.
Peter.
You wouldn't think he'd be called
Bruno
Peter, would
has
you?
called it Peter. Bloody hell. Does that mean that Adam loses a point now this week?
I think he's pretty close, you know.
Yeah.
Oh no, if I ruin it for
tipping.
him. Can you imagine if it's all on my shoulders?
He might be.
I'd be happy if that happened.
I think he might be on like the last one.
Oh, next week.
So next week you might send him
Oh
out the edge.
no.
Step your game up.
What have you agreed what the forfeit is yet?
We need to check on his Instagram. We did an Instagram post, didn't we?
Yeah, we've got 3 options.
It was Ninja Warriors in your undies, like a 5-minute ice bath, or like MMA rounds with Danny Mitchell.
Again. But that was more if you were to fail.
What, to have a fight with? I've got to have a
Yeah,
physical
because
fight.
Adam's done it.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, but he just did grappling. I'll have to like fight him.
Well,
I think
Box me head
Ninja Warriors in underpants.
Might be some legal issues with that.
okay, Josh.
Adam's little willy just swinging round. Imagine it, like Crazy Frog hanging from. Really muscular, tiny penis. It's like a gorilla. Have you seen a gorilla? They've got tiny cocks. Have we spoke about this on the podcast?
Probably.
George's face is like...
You'd think a gorilla,
Like you
big
fucking
fucking
going off
muscly
You
thing.
think it'd have a big dong,
They've got
wouldn't you?
tiny willies.
Really?
Yeah.
We should probably... we should probably have a look at this.
Can you just Google the size of a gorilla's willy whilst I answer this question?
Fact check.
I'll get right on that.
All right.
Josh, how long can sloths hold their breath? Is it 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or 40 minutes?
A sloth. You've got to think how fast do they move, you know? And if you put that in like real life terms, so like if we can hold his breath for like a minute, are they 5 times slower or are they 15 times slower? They're not 40 times slower. How big is a gorilla's cock?
1 inch.
Why have you not Googled it? Have you Googled it? Please Google it.
How big's a gorilla penis?
Yeah, we need to know this.
Fuck's sake.
This is why people tune in. Everybody's like checked out now. Like, fuck this.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on here?
I'm going to say it's got to be 5 minutes on it.
I would go 5 minutes.
Because why, they wouldn't need to hold the breath any longer than that.
Like, evolution-wise, why would they need to hold the breath for a long time?
Yeah, it's not a fish, is it?
2.5 inches long when erect.
Stop. Like a massive gorilla. Tiny penis.
How do you know that?
I don't know.
He knows that, but he doesn't know like general knowledge shit that everybody knows, you know?
That sums up my life.
Important information.
I can't retain important information. 5 minutes.
40 minutes.
What? Why? Why do they need to hold it for 40 minutes?
Can people please fact check that for us?
Yeah, fact check.
Well, I did the old Google search, and that's what Google said.
How long are we going for, George?
50 minutes.
Oh, it always goes fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, last little anecdote then for you. So, Danielle's sister just had a baby.
Oh,
Really nice.
congratulations. You're an uncle.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, again. So,
Boy, girl.
little
Yeah.
boy. So, she went into labour like the Saturday before, and then she had the baby on like, I want to say maybe the Wednesday or the Thursday. It's brutal, isn't it? Like, I mean, you've
Yeah.
actually been through it, but like, imagine being sleep deprived for that long.
Yeah.
Then they have the birth, then they stay in for like maybe another day, go home. So this is the part of the story that's absolutely mental.
Oh, no.
So you've gone through all that, absolutely knackered. Then you're trying to like become a parent for the first time, figure out how to like stop a baby crying and all that sort of shit. The day after they came home, the neighbour came round because they live in a semi-detached, and we're like, congratulations, you know, here's some like flowers or whatever. And she's like, by the way, my son's got a job interview on Monday, and we can hear the baby crying. And so do you mind, you know, like, is this, and she's like, I'll stop you there. Like, what can I possibly do about this? You know, she's like, oh, I didn't really want to say anything, but, you know, I just wanted to let you know. So it turns out the son is actually 27 years old and moved back home. So she told us this story, and I was like,
That's ridiculous.
we need to go around. Like, you cannot go up to somebody
with a brand
new baby that's been through all that sleep deprivation. You don't know what trauma they've been through, and say, do you mind?
Can you try and keep your baby quiet?
Because he said that was it. My son is he's got sensitive hearing.
What the fuck?
Put a fucking pillow over your head.
I mean, there's a couple of things. Well, it's ridiculous, but also if she's got a son, she should remember what it's like to have a newborn baby.
Yeah.
Which is, it cries, and sometimes there's fuck all that you can do to stop that baby crying.
Brand new parent. How hard is it?
So hard, you're knackered, the baby's chaotic, and you're like, what are you doing?
I was fuming. I was like, let me go around and speak to him.
That is so selfish.
Yeah,
like, what does she want her to do?
It's just disgusting, isn't it? I'd have said to him, I'd have been like, kick him out, send him to a hotel if he's that ass. You know what I mean? Like,
honest to God, the audacity of some people, like that person must be so self-centered.
I've seen videos on the internet where people go around. Have you seen like Ring doorbell footage where neighbours have said, oh, your baby's crying, it's keeping me up or whatever. It's like, how fucking dare you?
Honest to God.
So I said, all I can do is, I said to Tyler, all I can do is talk about it on the podcast. George, make a fucking clip out of this. Neighbour, I hope you see it. I hope you burn yourself on a cup of tea. And I hope that cunt didn't get his job as well. Fuck you. So that's my contribution to the world. You know, that's all I can do.
I concur. Love it.
That's it. That's all I've got.
That's it.
Have we got any more questions for Jen?
I've actually got some. So we usually do a segment called Beard Challenge Rewind.
All
where
right.
we look back at some of his old videos and peel back the curtain a bit.
Yeah.
Which he hates. But we do it anyway.
Does he hate it really?
No, he loves it because
he loves it. He's talking about himself.
But I thought we'd do that this week, but we'd do Jen's Challenge Rewind.
Oh!
To have a look at some of the old challenges that you've done.
Every
with
time. I've failed.
So Josh, if you want to get them up on the notes.
Yes, sir.
Let's have a look.
Oh, there's a jingle.
Yeah, it's Adam's least favourite jingle, he says.
Oh, you got the mum bob going on there as well. Look at that little throwback. What's
Look
being
at how
said?
young I am.
So the first one is the Monster Waffle Challenge.
Let's skip forward. Oh, that's in Wake, isn't it? How long ago was this?
I don't know, but I look really youthful and undamaged at this point. So I'd really like to rewind realistically in time to go back
There's a
there.
common theme when we all look back at his videos, we all think the same. Not about you, but like me. I got some comments as well. Like fucking hell, Josh looked young 2 years ago. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Look at me, I look well youthful.
That's what two kids
there.
does to you.
What year is this?
This was 4 years ago.
It's nice tan as well there.
4 years ago. I feel like it's got to be more than that. I remember rocking up at the place. We were in Wakefield, and as Adam always does, which is a running theme, he says to me before we get there, it's not that big. it's not that big, you're going to be able to do it. And then every fucking time something arrives, it's like a mountain of food. And for me, so this one, there's a chocolate one as well. The sweet stuff it's just the hardest. Like, you can't describe you're not
type of full, innit?
You're not full. You just feel physically sick with the sugar, and it's really hard. And then he's always giving me shit like, "Oh, come on, you can do better than that." And I'm like, I physically can't put any more inside my mouth without being sick.
You're eating very cleanly, knife and fork, not like that tramp.
So I think now, because again, these were early days, like I wasn't used to going on camera, right? So
you've been prim and proper?
Yeah, and I didn't really know how to like be or what to say or how to act. So I feel like now, if I went and did it, I'd just shove my face into it. I won't care. I would just happily get dirty, down and dirty, and just shove that cream all over me.
Oh, God.
Can you clip that, George? Yeah, that as the advertisement for her OnlyFans feed.
Shove it all over my face.
There's going to be some old boys in fucking comments having to pulling the 2.5 inch.
Oh, give over. I don't know how much, to be fair, I can't remember how, I'm obviously not getting far into it. What am I doing there? Am I cutting it?
Yeah.
That's ice cream, innit?
Yeah, yours don't look to have got any smaller. Adam's nearly finished, but all of this is just a mess.
Does he also then try and finish mine? I love like watching us, how much we laugh together when we do stuff like this. So it makes me feel really nostalgic. Oh, look at him. Yeah, we ordered milkshakes as well, which was a terrible idea because why would you add more milk and sugar and dairy to that monstrous pile of food? So yeah, I did shit, as I always do.
So I take it Adam finished it.
And I did not.
You look like you got, well.
I think I just push it to one side, George.
Yeah, you have, yeah.
Out of the way of the camera. It's tactics, man. It's tactics.
Next up, you've got the Flaming Scorpion Chili Burger, which I can only assume you didn't do much of if it's the Spicy Burger Challenge.
Also, I'm looking a little bit more dishevelled there. I've put a bit of timber on this one. My face is looking a little bit more swollen. Oh, this was horrible. So have we discussed the fact that I don't like thick burgers? I hate thick meat. Stop it.
It's like innuendo bingo. This is it now.
I hate thick meat, right? So it needs to be squashed down, like what the Americans would call the smash patty. And look at that. I can't even get into it. Like, I don't even know if I manage one bite.
Get on.
No, I'm not even joking. I can't do it. I physically can't put it in my mouth.
So you're eating like nachos. You've not touched the burger yet. There
was some kind of chip butty one that I wanted to do, which I think I'd have been good at. But look, I just can't do it. I don't even think I finished one.
Gets the fork out again. Well, you're scraping half of it off.
I know. It's just vile. Like, let's see what I finish at the end. I don't even think I can manage that. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I think I'm just rearranging it as best as I can. But I say to Adam at one point, like, I can't get any further than a couple of bites because it's the meat is thick.
Were you fuming?
He just really disappointed in me, which is even worse.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah. So yeah, are you going to pick one that I actually do all right on?
Have you ever done all right on?
Yeah, one I've done really well on.
Which one?
The steak challenge.
Oh, that is the next one.
Hey!
Yes.
128 ounce steak board challenge.
Yes, I loved this one.
That was 4 years ago.
So good.
Well, let's have a look at you. See if you're happy. Update. Hair's grown a bit.
Still it's a bit of a funny colour, that.
COVID mask on.
COVID times. I look like a ninja, don't I? This is at the Moody Cow in Ilkley, I think. And this is one of the rare challenges where we can both go at it together. Like, we share the food that's involved, not separate ones.
All right.
And Adam, this is the only time that Adam's been super proud of me because I managed, I can't remember, he'll say it at the end, so many ounces of steak by myself. You see, we get to the end, this one's timed, and we're under loads of pressure. Also, I'm drinking beer. At this point, I've drunkenly smashed a glass of beer off the table and onto the floor.
Is this the same day that you fell downstairs and shit yourself? Because I could see that happening after like a load of steaks and a beer, like a few beers.
Unfortunately not. The day I shit myself, I had no excuse. And we get to the end and the pressure is rising. Me and Adam have only got a couple of minutes left, and between us, we managed to stuff, what does he call it, gerbling, when you just get it all in your mouth.
Gerbling.
You shove it in your mouth and you chomp it on down. And I felt so poorly. Like, this is me literally trying not to be sick. And I'm trying to wash it down with more liquid, which is making it 10 times worse. But together we succeed, and he said, like, I made a genuine contribution to that challenge. I really want him to invite me back because I've not done one with him for nearly a year now.
It was the donut one last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the last one we've done together.
Oh my gosh.
And I feel like it'd be a good. I feel like we need a drinking one.
I don't think that's.
Are you not allowed to do that?
Probably not.
Probably
on YouTube.
I can't.
Can't we just like not label it as such, but just
we should take you back to the
casually.
that place in Salford, the Blackfriar.
Yeah, because that were unlimited beer, wasn't
days
it?
afterwards, yeah.
I could do that. I could get involved with that.
You could do the challenge, and then when he wins it,
Yeah, you do the
I could do the beer. I'd be better at that, to be fair. But yeah, overall, terrible performances all round.
It looks like you
Apart from the steak and the takeaway, I'm never going to succeed with thick meat. That's basically it.
There you go, Charlie.
we typically do like a beard rating of like how difficult it was on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay.
So the first one, the Monster Waffle Challenge.
Monster Waffle, I'm putting that up there with a 9.7. The sweetness of it, too much.
And the Flaming Scorpion Chili Burger Challenge.
That was 10 because not only is it chili, but it's thick meat and I can't take it.
And the Steak Board Challenge.
That was tough, but I succeeded, so I've got to go down on maybe like a 7.2. I just remember.
So specific.
0.2.
Yay!
All right,
Rock and roll.
we finish on a fest pit?
Yeah, man.
Let's do it.
I set my absolutely horrible sister-in-law up with an absolute knob that I work with, hoping that they would torment each other. Completely backfired, and they now call over every Saturday evening for a long visit. The knob now thinks we are besties.
Oh no! So it worked, and they're together.
Yeah.
And then if she thinks that they're both separately knobheads, they're now like double the knobness.
Double knobheads at your house.
Double knobheads at your house weekly.
Disaster.
On a Saturday night, which is your prime time for relaxing and enjoying yourself. Fucked it, mate.
Yeah.
Fucked it.
10 out of 10. Fucked it.
Next one. When my ex-girlfriend used to give me head, I'd always comment, bish bash bosh, real good nosh, after we'd finished. I thought she found it cute, but it turned out she hated it, and it was one of the reasons she ended things.
I think that would give me the ick, actually.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Bish bash bosh. Nice nosh. Who the fuck says? It's like the same guy that
Bombs
say,
away.
Bombs away.
I hope he doesn't have that on his dating profile now. That's his, like, sign out, like his tagline.
Sign out.
Checking out. No, just don't do anything like that. It's really, really not nice.
I wanted to. I put it in the chat the other day, didn't I? Did we tell you about Mike? Where I wanted
Tory
to,
Mike.
Yeah, Tory Mike. He famously ejaculated on entry to his wife's vagina, and I wanted to like rename it the half. You know, like I've just pulled a half. You know, I've just half. So if on entry you blow a load, like on the first swipe in, that's now known as the half.
Just 1 second though, I need clarification on how that happened. Had they been having foreplay before? Like had she been wanking him off and then it happened?
I don't know.
You can't just say.
I can't really rig him as at Centre Parks with his family.
I really need the details. I need to know if it was like a bit too much foreplay and got too excited.
I don't believe there was foreplay involved from the story that he told us. I'm pretty sure he was that excited.
Like a one and done?
But not even like
not even one.
It was just like in and poof, done.
Oh, that's mortifying, that, innit?
And he was like very proud of himself, like he told us and that. And it's like, oh yeah.
Well, no, he said she was like buzzing because he's like, oh.
It's like a compliment.
Oh, give over.
Did you say that as a compliment?
No. I'd be so disappointed. I would be like, go find yourself a blue pill and get yourself back here in 5 minutes.
Have a glass of water, think about what you've done, dickhead. So if everyone can famously, like that, I want that to be like a thing now. The half.
The half.
Yeah, like Urban Dictionary, the half, and then quote that story.
God.
All right, we've got one last fest pit. Went to a Tinder date. All went well, and we got back to his place. I went for a poo and wanted to flush, but the handle broke. So I had to scoop all of it out with a towel.
Oh, no.
And threw it through the window. It landed inside his convertible car.
No.
I have sneaked out his house and blocked his number.
No, that can't be true. You know what? It would if it hadn't landed in the car.
Yeah.
I think I'd have been. That's like legit.
Have you seen Brassic?
No.
It sounds like something that would happen on that show.
Right.
Yeah, and just like funny shows where they just get themselves into these just stupid situations. It sounds...
We do have to say, though, it's a really difficult element of dating that, having to have a poo in each other's company and not like making a...
But why? Because it's like, it's everyone needs to poo.
I know, but it's just like obviously with Danielle, you won't even think twice. There will have been a time, surely, where you were like, oh God, I'm on a date and I really need a poo and I've got to go and I really don't want to go, and are they going to know that I'm pooing? It's really stressful, actually. So I just do it on the stairs instead.
Have you had any near misses with poos on dates and with relationships?
Near misses with poos in general, to be honest, mate. I don't know why all you guys have got so many shit stories.
Adam's like it.
It's hereditary, man. It's a disability.
Yeah, Adam shits himself once a trip, man. It's like,
let's hope he done it on this trip.
Yeah.
All right, should we head over to Patreon?
Yeah,
Just before we do, can I get on record so we can clip it and send it to Adam? Can I come to the podcast Christmas party on the 14th?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because he said, Josh is in charge. You've got to ask Josh. And I did this last year, and then he'll say, oh yeah, but he said yeah because he couldn't say no to your face. But then afterwards he said to me, it's only boys.
It is only boys. You're like one of the boys.
I am like one of the lads.
He said only boys, but I think he meant no girlfriends.
Yeah, no
and
wags.
missuses.
Yeah, because like me and Adam have been out drinking, and it's like,
of course you can.
Not like I'm going to ruin his style or anything if he's trying to pull. Or
if anything,
whatever.
I'd rather have you there than Adam.
Yeah, right. Clip it, George.
That's on record.
Clip it. Send it to Adam. I'm officially coming on the pod night out.
Hooray!
So, if you have ever considered joining Patreon previously, for this one, I have just revealed the wildest story of my life. So, if you're ever going to sign up to this one, I'm actually regretting letting it come out of my mouth and how this all snowballed, but it's worth it.